Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video, first of all, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. For this channel in particular, 2018 has been a very exciting year, a very productive year, with a lot to cover for World of Warcraft. This year we get to do exciting things like get the announcement for Diablo Immortal, experience Battle for Azeroth and the release of the new expansion with new systems, and try out the classic World of Warcraft demo. So it's been a very exciting year for my channel, in particular the growth, and having so many of you guys joining the channel, enjoying the live streams, coming out to the duels has been absolutely awesome. In this video, I want to ask and answer the question I keep getting over and over and over, and I think it would be a perfect time to answer it as of the new year 2019. I get a lot of questions on my stream all the time. By the way, check out the streams from 5 to 7 p.m. on this YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell in order to be notified whenever they go up. One of those questions is, should you start playing World of Warcraft right now? Now, I could respond with a very sarcastic answer, but I'll let the comment section do the work. But seriously, I do want to tell you guys a reason why I think right now is a great time to be a fan and be playing World of Warcraft, especially for this upcoming year of 2019. First of all, World of Warcraft as an experience, the first time you play it is a brand new, awesome experience. The first time you level in World of Warcraft, explore all the zones, get your flying, figure out how your class even works, get into dungeons, the first time you experience the game is one of the coolest experiences of my life. Like, sometimes I get into a conversation with friends or something, and we always talk to each other, hey, if you could just wipe your memory to re-experience World of Warcraft as a brand new noob, would you ever do that? And the answer every time is yes. I would love to wipe my memory to re-experience the joy, the wonder, the exploration, everything that is gorgeous about World of Warcraft as an MMO. Back in the day, the world seemed huge. It seemed like it would take you ages to go from one side of the continent to the other. All the zones were unique, the questlines were interesting, and you had no idea how anything worked. Mechanics weren't a thing, timers for cooldowns weren't a thing. You didn't realize how to optimize your class perfectly. It was more a question of what abilities look the coolest, what abilities can I use, and actually feeling like you have a choice between how you craft and choose to play your character. Just to tell you an example of a story, how much of a noob I was and how awesome the world I thought was, I used to play on a normal server, when servers still were PvE and PvP based. That means on a PvP server, PvP combat is always enabled whenever you're outside of your faction city. But on a normal server, which is what I was playing on, if you saw a member of the opposite faction, you didn't engage in PvP until both of you turned on PvP, so you never really had to worry about getting attacked. I was just a little newbie night elf druid hanging out near the troll villages in Arathi Basin, and all of a sudden swoops out of nowhere a druid going from flight form into torrent form to pick up a bunch of herbs. I froze in place for a moment, thinking that this god max level player was about to eliminate me because he's on the opposite faction. I was pretty young, so I didn't really know what to do, so I literally just ran up to this guy and was begging for my life for him to spare me. The Tauren looked at me and thought, honestly, he was clueless. He had no idea what I was doing, so then he decided to start busting out a bunch of toys that he had. He put himself in amber, he shrunk himself, he showed me a bunch of these pretty lights and pretty effects, and I was just so mesmerized. I thought that here's the guy who could end my life. A sworn enemy of my faction could obliterate me, but instead, maybe he realized that I'm a noob, and he's showing me a bunch of fun toys and such before flying away and continuing to herb around. Now, at the time, I thought the world was massive and huge and anything could happen. I didn't know there was a mechanic of, hey, you just don't have PvP enabled, so therefore you're safe, you don't have to worry about the opposite faction. But that sense of wonder, how you perceive the world, and how you kind of make, I guess, explanations in your head to fill in the gaps before you fully understand the game, it made it feel alive. It made it feel exciting. Every single quest line that you've done made you feel stronger. Every piece of gear you've gotten from a dungeon or a quest made you feel more powerful. And as Blizzard developed even better ways to storytell a lot of the quests, the developers were able to change the way they tell their quests, where you don't have to read it word by word in a text page. You actually have some voiceovers, you have some dialogue so you can understand what is going on around you. and you can really get immersed a lot more, especially as a new player if you maybe use certain add-ons that give you a little bit more immersion. If you're somebody who's coming back to the game, then I think you won't really need add-ons for it. A good chance you guys might have missed out on Legion, which is, for the most part, mostly all audio animated. There's voiceovers, there's cutscenes, and the same thing goes for BFA. The storytelling is a little bit more modernized to resemble other game companies that try to make the games immersive, very similar to the likes of, let's say, BioWare back in the days of SWTOR, where every character, every dialogue had a voiceover to it. Number 2 on the list is the fact that people play raids. People love the content of World of Warcraft, whether it is PvE for raiding in dungeons or PvP, where you fight against other players for glory, rating, and titles. For World of Warcraft, come January 22nd, it is going to be a release of a brand new raid, Battle for Dalaran lore. A raid full of different interesting mechanics and an epic final boss with epic loot, from mounts to gear to get your character even stronger. Of course, you're also going to have brand new season for PvP, so it's going to offer more gear for you not only to collect, but also gear to make your character stronger as well, and rating for you to climb. Fresh start for a lot of people that want to finally get into PvP. And if you are one of those few that plays Mythic Pluses, while it is a pretty cool system, not everybody engages in it, Mythic Plus is also going to be getting Season 2 for the content as well as the rewards. Blizzard is also going to be adding a lot more catch-up mechanisms, so if you want to catch up to the current content, these catch-up mechanisms will try to speed you up to the brand new raid to jump into Season 2 PvP so you can grind out that rating and even get you enough gear so you might even be invited into some Mythic Plus dungeons for you to explore. So if you join World of Warcraft right now or come back to the game, and you can get yourself maybe a little bit pieces of gear, and then once the new content releases, Season 2 comes out for just about everything, Season 2 of World of Warcraft basically, you're gonna have all these new events for you to do to catch up on gear, to catch up on your character, to join everybody that's doing the current content so you can experience it. There's generally a pretty big influx of people checking out the brand new raid, the brand new content, so this would be a perfect opportunity for you guys to find stuff to do. There'll be more people playing, so more guilds will probably be up. More people will be looking for brand new raid groups to fill out, so you can join in those for raid progression. The PvP season for BFA Season 2 is going to be reset, so you can jump in with everybody else at 0 rating and grind your way to the top. Plus, there will also be, at a later time, patch 8.1.5 with brand new allied races. So with coming into the game right now and getting all the content on, you'll be able to grind out the rep and the necessary quests needed in order to unlock those allied races as they come out at a later time. Plus, there will probably be a lot more class changes to come out as well, so a lot more for us to look forward to. Outside of that, if let's say you tried Battle for Azeroth and you've given it a go, maybe you found something that keeps you sticking to the game. Maybe you like the raids, maybe you like your guildies, maybe you want to push for that gladiator and you're not going to stop playing the game until you get there. But maybe you didn't find anything at all. It is a perfect year to start playing World of Warcraft because this summer in 2019, we will be getting Classic World of Warcraft. I feel like Classic speaks for itself, and everybody else on the mother has talked about Classic and how amazing it is. But a lot of us got to try the demo for World of Warcraft. It was a paid demo through the BlizzCon. I played it for myself, and it feels actually pretty great. It takes the game back to its core roots in terms of how WoW used to play. And there's definitely an audience that wants to check it out. For everybody who's new or everybody who never played vanilla, this is going to be a brand new experience for a lot of us. Leveling in vanilla, doing dungeons in vanilla, getting groups in vanilla, it all is very familiar to the current WoW, but the way you go about it, the social skills needed to even get a cohesive group together are completely on a whole nother level. So if anything, if World of Warcraft is BFA, maybe not your cup of tea as an expansion, maybe the raids are not really your thing, you don't like some of the class changes, Classic World of Warcraft is going to be where it's at as kind of like a last bastion of glory for anybody who wants to experience a true MMORPG experience. Some people like to play their games and they like to get the most bang out of their buck. Some people like to start playing games because they want to get the most value out of them. But for World of Warcraft, and being somebody who is a fan of World of Warcraft, I feel like there's almost no way to lose. With BFA coming in, with brand new changes coming in patch 8.1, brand new changes coming in with raid, changes to gear scaling, as well as the catch-up mechanisms, and then on as patches continue for BFA, It's a lot for you to keep track of, a lot of content for you to get through, and a lot of stuff to engage with. But even if the modern World of Warcraft and what it does doesn't satisfy and scratch that itch to play an epic MMO with orcs and humans and the Alliance and the Horde and the faction combat and the MMO mechanics of tank healer DPS, epic raids, epic dungeons, epic world, of course you'll also have the classic World of Warcraft as the ultimate safety net. There's a good chance if you don't enjoy the current WoW, classic WoW will always be there. So it almost feels like for a WoW player, there's no way to lose. You have the game that's currently right now, and if Blizzard can't satisfy you with that, you have the good old perfection, the classic World of Warcraft, always waiting for you. So it's a great time to be a WoW player. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys for an amazing 2018, and hopefully we'll be able to make an amazing 2019 on this channel. I appreciate a lot of you guys. You guys are amazing, and I'll see all of you in another video.